BMW.
WB8 VMW, this is K88MT. Good morning, Jim. It's just now starting to get light outside, and the critters, they're still hunkered down in their little dens and nests and everything else that they've got out there. And they've been out shopping down at Rural King and Home Depot and Lowe's and that, looking at snow blowers and getting snow shovels and everything else. So I think they're getting prepared here. So they may need them next week. Hopefully not, but you know. Let's see, what else? Okay, I will not be on the regular net this morning, as we are going to head off for our Canton Club monthly breakfast gathering. And today is going to be kind of a somber day for us, because the waitress that we've had for like about 10 or 12 years passed away, so we're going to be there and kind of give a little bit of tribute to her this morning. She was a fantastic lady, so we're going to miss her. But other than that, things are going along pretty good. So with that, I'm going to turn everything back over to you, Jim. This is Kilo Alpha 8, Mike November Tango, turning everything back over to WB8VMW.
All righty, Tom. Well, that's a good deal. I know, when you get used to one waitress, they learn to know you and everybody there, and it's just a loss of a good friend. All righty, Tom. You take care of the critters and have a great time at the breakfast. All righty, now we'll see how Sarah's doing this morning. And, we'll see if Mark is taking good care of her. WB6, BJN, WB8, BMW. Good morning, Mark, and how's Sarah? And did you get her a nice ice pack and a kiss on the forehead to cure her cold or her headache?
There, Jim. Sorry for the delay. I had to wait for my node to ID. It sought the opportunity to do that. So good morning to you, sir. Good morning to everybody. Sarah's still got a headache. The barometer bottomed out at about 29.70 yesterday. And has recovered a little bit this morning, but she still has a headache. So that's the deal. But yes, we're taking care of her. I had to get her another ice pack today, and brought her one of those so she's resting comfortably. She'll be okay. She'll get up later. She got up yesterday. Everything was pretty cool. But the head does hurt a little bit because of the weather. Currently, barometer 29.84. Now, a barometer came down to about 29.70, so that was the lowest barometer in the last 24, and it is up now to 29.84 as the cold front went through yesterday. So we're up about 0.14 of an inch from yesterday, a little over a tenth. But I don't think it's going to go up too much higher because we got another cold front coming. Let's see, temperature 52.5 on the temperature, so it's warmer this morning, and 52.7 on the dew point, so it's right close to the dew point. We have a quarter of a mile visibility in dense fog, and we have a dense fog advisory in effect until 9 a.m. this morning. It's going to be nice today, but the main Arctic cold front comes through tomorrow. We'll talk more about that on the net when net happens today. Jim, back over there to you. And we had 22/100ths of an inch of rain in the last 24 hours. Back to you, sir. WB6BJ.
All righty, Mark. Well, sounds like your weather, yeah, it's not too bad, so hopefully Sarah can get up and enjoy her day. All righty, well, now we'll go to the Outlanders here. K5CFY, Ray and Fred, and they're probably both on the couch relaxing after their walk.
WB8VMW, K5CFY. You are correct there, Jim. Not much going on here today. Do have the RCWA club meeting here in Claremore about 9 o'clock, so I got to get ready and go there. Other than that, not much going on. Getting ready for the cold spell to come through. Say it's 47 degrees today. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 30, and Sunday it's supposed to be 25, or Monday. Anyway, we got a cold snap coming, but I think I got everything got the water hoses all rolled up and everything all ready to go. So, but none of the S word, so just going to get cold. Give it back to you there, Jim. Thanks for being there. We always enjoy talking to you. Wave a hand there at Miss Judy and everybody else out there. Have a great day. 73, y'all. K5CFY.
All righty, Ray. Well, you and Fred keep warm there. And I'm going to jump down to Jacksonville, Florida before they they outwalk their node there. And we're going to try for, and I got the pretty one, and I called for the short stick yesterday. I'm going to call for the short stick this morning. WAJAX, WB8VMW. Now, don't give Wendy the radio. Don't forget.
Well, good morning there, Jim, and to all on the pre-net. You got your wish. The short straw is here this morning, WHJAX, portable pedestrian. But the good news is there's somebody here with me.
Good morning, Jim. This is K8JAX, and it's a beautiful morning down here in Jacksonville. Hopefully you and Judy will have a nice weekend as well.
Yeah, we have partly cloudy skies down here, and current temperature is 61 degrees, and there is hardly a breeze here, which is unusual. Usually we have a breeze off the ocean, but not this morning, and we're going up to 82 today, so it's going to be a beautiful day, I do think. But we're going to get some of that cold down here next week, too. Obviously not as cold as you guys, but we're supposed to get down into the mid-50s by Tuesday for the high. So anyway, thanks for giving us a call, Jim. WHJAX, portable pedestrian.
All righty, Rod. Well, you and Wendy and Missy, if she stops by, tell her we said howdy. And K9LUCY, and of course the kids. All of you have a great weekend. All righty, well, we got to get up here and see Nancy. See if she's awake this morning. KI5OZZ, WB8VMW. You've been caffeinated, Nancy?
W8WKY.
Well, maybe I missed her this morning. But anyway, I'm not sure who's going to run it this morning. I don't know if Phil or Craig or maybe somebody else. Who's going to take over this mess that I've made in about 1 minute?
November 8, Whiskey Bravo. Thanks, Jim.
Stephan. Okay, well, yeah, there's 3 of them here. All righty. Well, we'll turn it over to you here, and, well, pretty quick here, Stephan. And it's been a pretty good morning. It's a little chilly out there, but it's getting into that there winter part. It's late fall, and boy, the leaves are starting to fall. And with that rain plus the wind, man, the trees went from beautiful orange and red to naked and gray and everything. So we'll turn it over to you. N8WB, WB8VMW. So, Stephan, we'll turn it over to you, and you can make it official and straighten out the mess I made. WB8VMW.
WB8VMW, November 8, Whiskey Bravo. Thanks, Jim. I'll get right back to you. Appreciate all that you do. CQ. This is November 8, Whiskey Bravo. Calling CQ for the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Barometer Net Saturday version. I'll be your net control this morning. My name is Stephan, Sierra Tango Echo Papa Hotel Echo November. And my call sign is November 8, Whiskey Bravo. Our repeater call is W8WKY. Give me half a second, please. Morning coffee throat. Man, this is a controlled net, and all traffic must pass through net control. Emergency traffic may break into this net at any time. Sarah meets on this repeater every morning, 7 a.m. except Sundays. This net is open to all licensed amateurs, and any amateurs encouraged to check in and join us. PL tone for this repeater is 114 Mark 8 also. Good morning to all of our listeners, no matter where you're located. We do appreciate all of you. All right, we're going to send it over to Jim, WB8BMW. Give us a short, or whatever salutation he wants to tell us before he goes to his bacon-flavored oatmeal, and then right after him, I'll read the list of who we have and take some mobile and short-time check-in. WB8BMW, W8WKY. Jim, what are your words, my friend? It's good to hear you this morning.
Well, all the words, if I could get them all to come true, everybody be safe, stay well, and all that good stuff. And, if you're sitting out there listening to the morning and you want to jump in, don't be afraid. I don't think anybody has ever bitten anybody on the radio. And if you're new at it and you stumble and everything, take it from people that stumbled for years. And we know what it's like to get on the air and you get buck fever. I know I did. So just jump on there, and there's a lot of super nice and knowledgeable people like me. I'm just as dumb as a box of rocks. But there's enough people around me that if I need to know something, I know where to go and get the right answer. So, Stephan, you go ahead, and you're one of the top crews of here of knowledge and everything. So we'll turn it over to you, and I'll, like you say, get my bacon-flavored oatmeal, and I ain't allowed to throw it in the yard because it kills the grass, but it does me just fine. 7 trees, everybody stay safe, stay well. Back to net.
WB8BMW, November 8, Whiskey Bravo. We do appreciate you, Jim, always here on the net, and all that you do. It's good to hear your voice. It's good to hear that you're always wandering down the hallway, either getting your bacon-flavored oatmeal or getting ready to get whacked in the head with a frying pan. One of the two. We like the first one, but some of us might like the latter. I'm just saying. I don't know who that would be, but I'm sure after that happens, there's a lot of love. Anyways, we love you, Jim, and we appreciate you. All right, here we are. I'll be using NetLogger this morning. If you'd like to install it, it's located at netlogger.org. Just look for the Barometer Net, W8WKY Net, and you can join all the fun. I'm going to run down my list right now, let you know who I got. And immediately following that, we will do some mobile and short-time check-ins. I had our Grand Poobah, any of those Flintstone fans out there, WB8 BMW Jim, we had KZ8 TG Tim, N8 YMY John, W8 TD John, KB8 LJ Charles, KC8 MQV Mark, we had KB8 TPQ Ron, who was in and out. Good morning, Ron, appreciate that. K8 PMI Phil, AC8 AT John, again, was here. KE8 MMY Chris, WA8, I'm sorry, my apologies, WA8 GXX Tom, AA8 CT Craig was in and out. Good morning, Craig, if you're listening anymore. K4OG Mark, KE8 SFS Mark, KD8 ZSH Randy, K8 MNT Tom, W was in and out as well. Appreciate that. I was hoping he was going to stick around a bit. I wanted to see some information from the Maslin Hamfest, but that's okay. Maybe he'll check in another Saturday. I can ask him. WB, and it was a good one. WB6 PJN Mark, K5 CFY Ray, W8 JAX Rod, K8 JAX Wendy. Well, I'll get back to you guys first after I take my short time and mobile, and then yours truly, NAWB. So, let me break for a second. This is the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Saturday Barometer Net. If you'd like to check in, and if you heard your name on that list, you need not check in unless something emergency happened and you need to skedaddle. Otherwise, if you're checking in, please taking mobile and short-time check-ins at this time. Mobile short-time check-ins. Let me know if you're mobile, short-time, or in and out. I'll get you on the log accordingly. And then we'll run that list, and immediately following that list, we will jump to the top of the list that I've just read you. So, and today is, maybe somebody can fill it in at the top of the net, because we were, about the first 5 guys were talking about the Edmund Fitzgerald special event station for today. Seeing that, it's coming up, the sinking of the Edmund Fitzgerald, where they're having a special event station, and I went online and looked at the call sign, and man, is that nice. So anyway, I mean the card that they send you. Boy, is that nice. Sad event, but yeah, they did really well getting the event station set up. That being said, check-ins for short-time mobile. If you heard your name already, please do not call in. Short-time mobile check-ins, let me know if you're short-time mobile or in and out. This is W8WKY.
Kilo, Echo, 8, Uniform, India, Bravo, KE8, UID, John.
All right, let me pick it up there. All right, we had a KE8 UIB, John. I'll get right back to you. I promise I'll get Rod and Wendy since they're down in Florida in the warmer weather. Why we give them that privilege, I have no... I mean, I'm kidding, I kid. W8JX, K8JX, you are both up. It's great to have you here this morning. Hope you guys are doing well down there. And what's the temperature down in Florida?
Hey, good morning there, Stephan, and to all on the Barometer Net. This is W8JAX, Portable Pedestrian, and along with Miss Wendy.
Good morning, Stephan. This is K8JAX, and beautiful day down here in Jacksonville, 60 degrees and a few clouds up there, but I think we're going to have a great day today, going up to 80.
Yeah, actually, I think 82 is the official high supposed to be for today, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, I think I'm going to head out to the flying field this morning. I picked up a second hobby on my bucket list here, radio control aircraft, and just had my maiden flight yesterday at the local RC club down here, and actually managed not to crash it. So I'm excited. It's was something on my bucket list. And so that's what I'm going to be doing this morning. With that, I'll turn it back to net. W8JAX, Portable Pedestrian will be clear.
W8JX and K8JX, we do appreciate you, Rod and Wendy, and K9LUCY, Lucy down there. Yeah, that was always years ago on my bucket list. I still want to get into quads, but flying regular airplanes. And, as you know, for years and years, you don't know that, I had friends who were into it, of all age groups, radio control. And that's why people used to get the amateur radio license a lot, was to fly in that segment. So, man, good times, good times. We'll have to talk to you soon, and hopefully this year I'm going to be heading down to see Frank, KCBKA. And I think when I go down there, I'm going to just take some time, a couple extra days, and then drive around and see some other friends down there. And who knows, maybe I'll reach out to you guys sometime in the winter and pop in for a coffee or a donut or something, or just to see your lovely faces. But I do appreciate and miss you guys. So, K8 UIB W8WKY. John, it was great to see you at the Mass Lamp as you and your lovely wife Lori. Maybe you could fill us in and let us know if you knew who won some of the big prizes, who won the 27300s. I had to leave a little bit early, but I was there, and it was a beautiful campus. I bought a little computer when I was there, too, for amateur radio. You're up, my friend.
NAWB from K8UIB and Stephan, please pencil in KF8DTP. Lori is here with me. We are both headed in to the shop today to work together for a little bit until at least noon or so. Then she has to work her job this evening. So she likes to say hello also, and she says hello also if you say that. And all the handset grand prizes. I can't remember the names of the two winners for the icons, but they were both people who had purchased tickets online. That was really cool. And I do know the antenna analyzer, which is one of the bigger prizes. Dustin won that, so that was really great. KT8TV, so that was really great to hand that off to somebody that I actually knew. That was really awesome on that one. And then, let me see. What was I going to say? I was going to say, Rod, congratulations on the radio-controlled airplane. Those things are really, really sweet. Me and Lori did rock crawlers for years, and on the car end of it, and I love to scale cars. Airplanes I don't do so good with. Built a Piper Cub, one of those Horizon Hobby ones, about 18 years ago. Ended up flying. It didn't come down super, so I stick with the cars. But it is a great hobby ride, so I hope you enjoy it. Someone's a great time. All right, with that, you guys are at the gas station here. We're going to hit Mosley. We are going to get up, and we're going to continue our way on to Hartsville, which is the net. And that Stephan, you as we get the handset, and Lori says coming up here. So, that is very. But with that, you guys, this is K8UID along with KF8DTP. We'd like to wish everybody a super Saturday. 7-3, y'all. And thanks for running that, Stephan.
K8UIB, KF8 DTP. We do appreciate you, John and Lori. It's great seeing you guys last weekend. I remember walking up to the ticket booth and Lori said hello to me. And then as soon as I heard her voice, I said, "You're Lori, aren't you?" Yep. So I finally put a face to a voice, which is always really, really good. So very, very cool. And I am definitely going to take a look at getting involved in your club as well. I'd like to maybe help work the Massland. I've done some stuff for the Norris Hamfest, and I wouldn't mind helping you guys out, whatever's needed. So that's pretty cool. And they're both close to me. Well, they're not close, but they're in driving distance. Norris and your club. So very cool. All right, we're going to run up to the top of the list, and we said good morning to WB at BMW. Tim, we do appreciate you if you're listening. KZATG, and we heard Timothy when we were listening on the early morning part. You're up, my friend Timothy. It's great to have you here. All right, you might not be heard, but we're going to be moving over to one of our other check-ins. N8YMY W8 WKY. John, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here. Well, we're having a great time. I know this person will be here. W8TD, W8WKY. Another John. You're up, my friend. Great to have you here today.
Well, good morning, all. NAWB on the net, Whiskey 8 Tango Delta. Not much to report this week. I was hoping MNT would be here so he could tell us about the conglomerate multi-club POTA event at Wingfoot Lake today, because the information I received on it is not, for some reason, I can't find it now. And I was curious about it. Maybe somebody is here that can talk about that. I would be interested in hearing the details. Again, I know the Canton Club is involved, and I don't know what other clubs are. And I'm hoping to play with portable radios and portable antennas today, but I'm hoping to do it right here. I'm not planning on traveling. But I didn't get to play with my portable radios on my trip like I had planned to, so I'd like to do it now. Got a Meg Loop antenna showed up while I was gone. I'm going to unbox it today and see if I can make that work. And in the meanwhile, I'm hoping to work in W8F, the Edmund Fitzgerald Memorial Special Event Station. Talk to everybody soon. NAWB in the net. And I missed the club meeting last night in Maslin. Sorry, guys. NAWB in the group, W8TD.
W8TD, W8WKY, we do appreciate you being here, John. Yeah, so I was just looking up Josh's email, and he has here that Mike N8XY from the Canton ARC, who's attended our POTA event in the past, invited everyone to attend their POTA event, and that is today from 10 to 2 at the Wingfoot Lake State Park, Oak Tree Shelter, Mogador, Ohio. So, and they're going to be POTA site US-3516. Uniform Sierra-3516. So, if you keep your eye on that or listen for that, you should be doing good. So, yeah, that's all I know. I didn't give any other people that were joining. Some Sarah members are going to be there. And, of course, the Canton people are going to be there, but other than that, that is all that I know. But if somebody else, as we talk, knows a little bit more info, they can always throw that in. KB8LJ, W8WKY. Charles, you're up, my friends. Great to have you here today.
W8KY from KB8LJ. Well, good morning, everybody. I'm about to get rolling here, and it's interesting bunch of events in my life the last couple of weeks that I probably best not talk about on the air because some of it is really downer kind of stuff, but some of it's also pretty positive, and that's the way life seems to work. So at this point, I will not burden people with any crazy comments on my part, except I'm continuing to reflect on all of the undercurrents of stress that are in everybody's life that are always coming out in crazy ways that aren't related to what the underlying stress is. Just trying real hard to be understanding and back people that are hurting and try to do what I can to make their lives better. And sometimes it's a challenge. So this is KB8LJ. Back to net.
KB8LJ, W8WKY, we do appreciate you. Thank you so much, Charles, for being here this morning. It was great to see you at the Nor's luncheon, too. Outdoors Luncheon is the first Tuesday of every month. It was just this last week. And if you haven't never been, go to the Norris Club, get involved with their saying you want to go to luncheon, and you'll get on their email list. And it's a nice time seeing a whole bunch of hams, not necessarily all the Norris Club, but from clubs all around. So, very cool. Thanks for being here. KC8FQVW8WQA. Mark, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here this morning.
All right, morning, Stephan, and everyone else on the net. That's what I did yesterday. Well, yeah, yesterday I went to the doctor in the morning and did that, and was halfway there, or a little more than half. So I went up to Willoughby to Manhattan Deli. A bunch of the guys from the, well, you know, Bob W2THU was there, and there was 5 of us there, Marv Grossman, and they eat at 11:30. Up there every Friday, they get together at Manhattan Deli, just off of 90 in Willoughby. So I stopped up there and had lunch with them. And yeah, I lost electric right after we were done. We were just finishing up. We were all getting ready to pay, and well, some paid, some didn't pay, and well, I mean, we all paid, but you know, because they went into losing power, and I looked on the website for Ohio Edison or First Energy, and we were right in the affected area, but the traffic lights were still working, so that was nice, because you know all them roads up there, right there, you know, 4 and 5 lanes, you know, left turn straight and all. That would be a mess if you know, because if traffic light goes out, you treat it as a 4-way intersection. And that can get to be, you know, hairy sometimes, but you know, everything else is going good. But yeah, so they do that every Friday, and it was good seeing everyone last weekend at the Ham Fest. Yeah, I call Ham Fest, you know, an eyeball session, a museum. You know, there's a lot of old radios you'll see there, plus a Ham Fest. And the map, that tent was the one that just walked out of the hangar where we had the table set up. When you walked out any of them doors at the end where they had the table set up for eating, it went onto the left side when you went out. So we'll send it back. That was the fire that was heard. And it was a good thing that they're right there next to the Akron Canton Airport, because they were the ones that spotted it and summons the help for it. So, okay, keep back it comes, Stephan.
KZ8FQVW8WKY, we do appreciate you, Mark. Thanks for sharing that information. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we were just there, and then, yeah, those events just always amaze me in the sense of when you're just at a location and all of a sudden you have a catastrophe, a small catastrophe or a big one, whatever, they're all catastrophes. But it's strange anyways. It's very, very strange. But it was good seeing everybody there before that, and I'm glad it wasn't bigger, meaning not the Hamfest, but you know, the fire and stuff. I'm glad it wasn't, you know, it didn't hurt any of the other structures or anything like that. That would be just really bad. But good location, good place, and I definitely want to go down there a day when there's a no ham fest and check out the museum when you can think, you know, and there's not all that much noise and stuff like that. So, but cool. Thank you for sharing. KBA-TPQ was in and out this morning. Good morning, Ron. If you're still listening, we do appreciate you being around. And KPMI, W8WKY. Phil, my fellow Saturday morning net control operator. It's great to have you here this morning. You were up and heard you earlier this morning when you were talking about having the granddaughter and then just, you know, having a blessed moment with your family. That's pretty cool. You're up, my friend.
November 8, Whiskey Bravo. This is K8PMI. Good morning, Stephan. Doing an outstanding job. And, yep, Saturday mornings are always fun. It's a little bit more laid back, and you got to get your up in the morning and get your list, and it's pretty easy to do the net, so I do enjoy it. So, yeah, today I'm going to do a little bit of yard work, get the rest of the leaves up, because the trees seem to be naked now, so I'll be able to do that, hopefully dodge some rain, and then just relax the rest of the weekend. So with that, I'll send it back to you. 73, everybody. Have a fantastic weekend. This is K8PMI.
K8PMI, W8WKY. We do appreciate you, Phil. Thank you for the kind words. Seriously mean that, so thank you so much. I enjoy doing nets, and I just did the one this last Monday. I do the first Monday of every month for West Park Radio Ops, and that's the on the NODXA repeater, and I've been doing that net for years because that was the first amateur radio club I ever joined, and I was the president there for like 4 years, 2 different terms, 4 years, and vice president for a couple. So, but anyways, and most of those guys show up at the Norris Fest still, so I get to see them, friends and stuff. But yeah, so very cool, Phil, and yeah, have a great time with family and people today, and be safe out there. We got most of our leaves are down, I would say, but we had a tree surgery this last about a month ago, and they cut down a whole bunch of what's the term? We had like nearly 15, 20 trees in the front of our house, and they did surgery and did a thinning of trees, and so we have some of the main trees going up now, but we used to have clumps of 3 and 4, so they cut all the things out between the 3 and 4 and gave us some sunlight because we can never grow grass up there. But we still got a bunch of leaves way up there, and they also did the debranching, so it looks like Florida for the JX because we got the tops of the trees and not a whole lot of limbs like we used to. So you drive up to our yard now, and you see the giant stalks going up, and the leaf, you got to look up higher to see the leaves. So we got less leaves than we did, but still a lot. So appreciate you, Phil. Thank you so much for being here. AC8AT, W8WKY. John, if you're still here, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here this morning. All right, nothing heard. Usually that's a Jim thing, but I'd like to call out and see if John is still here, AC8AT. I love the salutation that he gives Jim every morning, top of the morning. So very, very cool. Anyways, if you aren't listening to you, it was great hearing you this morning. K8MMY, W8WKY, another person I saw down at Maslin. Very, very cool. I saw John, K8UIB, and KF8DTP down at Maslin too. But Chris, you're up, my friends. Great to have you here this morning.
John, another go. You were on top of him most of his messages.
All right, I'm going to give John another go. My apologies, John. AC8AT, W8WKY. Great having you here. Then I'll jump right to Chris right after, but take your time. John, you're up.
NAWB, AC8AT. Good morning, Stephan. I just wanted to say good morning and a big top of the morning to you, to the entire gang, and let you carry on there. Doing a real good job. NAWB, top of the morning, all. AC8AT.
W8WKY.
AC8AT, W8WKY. I don't know if I've ever met you, John, but most of those Nor's lunches are where you're from. They're in, I think, well, I could be. No, I take it back. Well, they're in Elyria, but anyways, they're in Elyria, but most of those, we went to Blue Sky this last Tuesday, but and then it changes every Tuesday, every month it changes to a different restaurant. Kind of keeps it, up and special. But anyways, great hearing you, John. Great hearing you in the morning and here on the portion that I do. So thank you so much for the comeback. K8MMY, WAWKY. Chris, now you're up, my friend. I do appreciate you letting me know about you.
Well, good morning, and if it can be, it is a warm 40-something degrees here. I get a little reprieve from the lake as long as it stays a little warmer in the fall and it stays a little colder in the spring, but that's what we got. I do believe that the Norse Club is going to have lunch there in Sheffield at the Steak and Shake today. Eric, K8 VZA, had announced it on one of the nets here earlier in the week. So we might be having a lunch there for anybody who's interested. K8 MMY. Back to you and have a great day.
K8MMY, WAWKY. Yeah, I did apologize for that. NORS does the first Tuesday of every month, and they also do the following Saturday. And Elaine told me this years ago, and I don't know if it's true or not, but when I was working, I couldn't attend the Tuesday morning thing because, I was working. She said that they started the Saturday one for people like me who were working and could only make the Saturday. So I made the Saturday a few times, but then when I retired, I was able to make the Tuesday. So I haven't actually been at a Saturday because most of my Saturdays are messed up, working busy, whatever. And so, but Chris, I appreciate you letting me know that. So yeah, North this Tuesday and the first Saturday following that Tuesday. Very cool. Thank you, my friend. Please, anybody that's interested, you can go to the North website and there might be some information there. But you can also get on the list that's been sent in the information on the North website. Say I'd like to be on the lunch list. I don't think the lunch lady is going to call you or anything because they'll send you an email. WAGXX, WAWKY. Tom, you're up, my friend. Great to have you this morning.
Morning, Stephan. Yeah. Thanks for being there, and you have a great day. Try to make the best of it. NAWBWAGXX.
WAGXX, WAWKY, we do appreciate you, Tom. I didn't know if you were traveling or not. A little bit scratchy this morning. And it broke in and out just a little bit, not much. But, so if you're mobile or whatever, totally understand. If not, I just let you know. So, but great to hear you. Always good to hear you, Tom. And maybe we'll get some people at the Thursday club meeting. I hear there's clothes that are in for the Thursday club meeting coming in 2 weeks. Clothes that people ordered are in. So I think that's going to be a really, really good thing. If you ordered something, jackets or whatever, those are in, and they're going to be handed out during the club. So we had AAACT checks given out this morning with Bill. We do appreciate that, Craig, if you're listening, and Bill for letting me know that. So now we're going to head over to the first of our 4 marks. We already did one FQV, but we're going to move over to K4 OG WAWKY. Mark, you are up, my friend. Great to have you here this morning.
November 8 Whiskey Bravo, K4OG here. Good morning, Stephan, and everyone. Hey, Stephan, I hear some static creeping in, oddly enough. I don't know if it's weather or what, but just figured I'd let you know. Not too bad. For some guys looking for something to do on RF, I think Josh is doing a little POTA activation with N8XY out at Wingfoot Lake this morning. And he's got to bail early because he's going to be running the boredom breaker net at 2, I believe. So there's something to look out for if you want to try to catch Josh out there on the lake. And let's see. I'm going to beat my drum on the Barometer Net using the barometer scales. I've got 993 millibars, and I was just hoping other barometer netizens would switch over to the HPA hectopascals, which is the same as millibars, because I find it real tough to convert decimals to fractions and talking about 4/10 of an inch and 14/100 of an inch. I was like, oh, let's just switch it all over to millibars. It's just much easier. You get a broader range of flux if you want to compare people's barometer pressure. And let's see. Oh, Dave and I, we're going to be teaming up for the next fox hunt. So if you could make that micro fox and maybe some of that 24 gauge mag wire magically reappear by the Christmas party, that'd be awesome, because I know I got some tuning up to do. The fox hunts are getting a little more challenging. And there you go. Everybody have a great day. Shortly hereafter, I'll be giving Jim a jingle. Hopefully we'll get a little porch time with him. Sun's rising. Looks like it might happen. K4OG, back to Net.
K4OG, W8WKY, we do appreciate you being here. Thank you so much, Mark. And I'll bring it over Thanksgiving, the November meeting. I'll bring that stuff over for the November meeting. So it should be good. And then you'll have it all ready to do whatever you need to do. So I do appreciate you, my friend. And, yeah. What was I going to say? Go over to another Mark, KE8SFS, W8WKY. You're up, Mark. Great to have you here today.
Yeah, no, Mark, you're right. You got some static in your radio or something. I don't know. You're readable. I can understand you on what you're talking about, but there is some static. And just want you to know, okay, Stephan. Let's see. We got 43 degrees here. We got fog. And I think the sun is coming out. And it's look like so it'll melt that fog. It's supposed to get up to 54 today. Feel like 43. And wind in northeast at 6 miles per hour. Gas price is $3.18, $3.19 all the way wildward. And let me drop this for a bit. Anyhow, talking about the Edward Fitzgerald, the event is on that weekend. Monday is the anniversary. It sank on November 10th, 1975. I remember hearing about it, and I saw it in the paper and that. But 29 guys had passed away. And I think up in Sault Ste. Marie, they got the bell from the Fitzgerald, and they ring that 29 times, and then they wait a minute or so, and then they hit it one more time for all those who are lost at sea. It's a tradition. It's been going that way ever since it was sung. But anyhow, that's pretty much it on that, on the history of the Fitzgerald. You know, Gordon Lightfoot wrote the song and sang it. To me, his best song he ever put out, and I always liked it. But all that, that's it on that. So I'm going to get it back to you, Captain.
All right, WK8SFS, W8WKY, we appreciate your your comments and your message. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah, Gordon Lightfoot, remember that well. Yeah, I did hear static too, but I'm on Allstar now on the clear node. I know there's a hum. You don't have to come back and let me know that. I know there's a hum. Been trying to deal with that hum for a while. I've done all kinds of stuff to try to get the hum off of it. I think I'm going to go to a battery and get it off the main power line. So for my clear node. But other than that, I did hear some static, by the way, on the Allstar. So I didn't. I'm not on the regular antenna, and I know that one works. But anyways, we'll move on. So KDA ZSH W8WKY. Randy, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here today.
KD8 ZSH. Good morning, Stephan. Yeah, your signal dramatically improved. The static's gone. It was getting so bad there for a minute I couldn't hardly understand what you were saying, but you're clear as a bell right now. Just wanted to say hi. Once again, thank everybody for their prayers for our daughter, and just tell everybody that they should have a really great weekend, and please be safe out there. We've got some bad weather coming in, so don't let it catch you unawares. This is KD8 ZSH clear and back to net. 73s, everybody.
KD8 ZSH W8WKY. We do appreciate you. Thank you for being here, Randy, and thanks for letting Jim always know how many pups are keeping you warm in the morning. That's always an interesting thing, so very, very cool. We had KA8MNT, who was in and out this morning. We do appreciate that, Tom. Thank you so much for that. And now we're going to go over to one of our weather guys, give us some weather information out there in Tennessee, tell us how cold it is and all that other stuff. But we are going to move it over to WB6 BJN W8WKY. Mark, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here today.
Thank you, Stephan. Had to wait for my node to ID there. By the way, you have no hum on your signal, so whatever you have done to get rid of it, leave it alone. It's working beautifully, and yeah, you had a lot of static on your other transmission, but you have no hum. I hear no hum on your transmission. So whatever you have done, you have corrected it. Let's see. I'll give my conditions here first. Let's see, we'll go over here. Oh, here we go. 29.85, 0.2 on the barometer, and it says it's steady. It's slowly kind of rising. Yesterday it was lower. You peaked out at about a 29.70 as the cold front came through. Current temperature, 52 degrees. And 52 on the dew point gives us a humidity of 99, right near 100%. We have a quarter of a mile visibility in dense fog down here in Clarksville this morning. Calm winds and foggy conditions. That dense fog advisory down here is in effect until 9 a.m. this morning. But folks, where it's warmer this morning, let me take a break. It's gonna get cold, so hang on to your hats because the main Arctic cold front has not come through yet. That for you folks in the upper Midwest and in the Midwest, that comes in starting this afternoon. For me down here in Tennessee and places like Texas and Oklahoma tonight. And into Sunday, back behind it, there's going to be some strong north winds. For folks in the Midwest, two kind of upper level pieces of energy come together to make for some lake effect snows, especially Lake Michigan, and other folks could get some snow too, even away from the lakes, as any moisture and any squeeze out of any moisture will produce snow, and especially on Sunday night, Sunday night, and Monday morning. The Chicago area, Monday morning could have low visibility due to strong gusty north winds and snow. Parts of Michigan could get snow starting tonight all the way through Sunday night and Monday morning. So a taste of winter. That's the bad news for people who don't like the winter. For those that do, it's good news for you guys. But if you want warmer weather, by the middle of the week, all of this should be gone, and it's going to warm up, and maybe a little Indian summer. Temperatures get back up into the mid-60s for the mid-south, probably 50s and 60s for parts of the Midwest as southerly winds bring the temperatures back up. So it's a short-lived cold snap. If there's somebody on here listening from the west, from the Rockies and into California, dry weather out there. They're not going to have any of this. Their weather changes about Wednesday. They're going to get a Pacific storm that moves into California and brings some wet weather. Could be an atmospheric river situation. That means some of that warm, moist air coming out of the Hawaiian Islands into California could bring some heavy rain. And that could last all the way through the next weekend, which would be Saturday. So they could get some plentiful rainfall, maybe some snow in the Sierras. So that pretty much covers the nation. East Coast going to get in on some cold weather too. Even you guys in Florida are going to get colder temperatures. By our standards, further north, not really considered cold, but for you guys, 50s, 60s, 60s and low 70s for highs, 40s and 40s for lows. That's chilly for Florida. Stephan, back there to, oh, by the way, the tropics, nothing going on in the tropics, nothing happening for the next 7 days in either ocean. I think hurricane season is just about over. Last official day is the 30th. And one more piece of history. During 1975, when they lost the Fitzgerald in the Great Lakes there were two low-pressure areas that came together, one from the south, one coming out of Canada. Those two low-pressure areas were on a collision course, and they came together to make one humongous storm that took that ship down. So that, let me tell you something, I pay attention to lows that phase together because those can make some very, very big storms, whether they be hurricane lows or whether they be just two low-pressure areas from two different areas, one warmer and one colder. So we watch that phasing process. Back to you there, Stephan, WB6DJ.
W8WKY.
WB6BJN, W8WKY. We do appreciate you being here this morning. Thank you so much, Mark, and thank you for all the great information. A couple things just to let people know. I did switch over to the Allstar. I am going to close that. I am going to test something right after Ray. Only take a second on the net. But also, if you hear the special weather bulletin, my apologies for that. I was running a test on the Clear Node, and I forgot to shut that off, and I don't want to do it right now because I believe you got to reboot it in order to shut that off, and I don't want to do that while I have the net, and it's working. So K5, CFY, W8WKY. Ray, you're up, my friend, if you're still around. It's great to have you here this morning.
W8WKY, this is K5CFY. Good morning, Stephan. Great job on the net there. Yeah, we got some colder weather coming in here in northeast Oklahoma tomorrow and Monday, but Anyway, not much else going on. I'm trying to get on the special event station about the Edmund Fitzgerald. I have a club meeting early this morning, 9 o'clock. So anyway, I got a pretty busy day. So again, Stephan, thanks for getting me in there. You are definitely sounding great on the Allstar Node, no hum at all. So I'll give it back to you, Stephan. Have yourself a great day. Everybody else do as well. We'll clear with NAWB. This is K5CFY, and I'll be clear and listening.
WB6DJN.
K5CFY, we do appreciate you, Ray. Thank you so much for sharing that information. Always good to hear you, too, and then the nets that you do. WB6BJN, go ahead.
Stephan, for your information and what I know about the clear node, nobody else would hear, I don't believe, that information, your weather. That only comes across to you. That does not go out over the, from what I understand, does not go out over the net. That's just simply coming back through your node there to you directly. WB6DJ.
WB6BJN W8WKY, we do appreciate that, and we're going to take, and I appreciate everybody helping me out with that. All right, I'm going to take some more check-ins in about 1 second, but I want to do a real quick test. Right now, I am on John and whoever's listening and in the AIM window. By the way, one of the cool things about NetLogger is we have an AIM window that you can type in so people can send messages back and forth, and usually the barometer nets aren't so busy in the AIM window, but when you get on one of the other nets that we run on Wednesday and Sunday nets, boy, that window is just pumping, like with a lot of really cool information that people post there. But anyways, this is me on Allstar. Give me 1 second. I'm going to switch over. I won't judge the net too much. I'm going to switch over real quick and see if I solve my problem, but let me know in the window. So this is Allstar. Bravo, and this is without Allstar, and I will concede with whatever in the AIM window, whatever people want to let me know, and this is where people said I had a lot of static, but anyways, that's it. I'm going to switch back, and we'll take some more check-ins. Someone want to throw that in the AIM window. This is RF, and I'm going to switch over just so I have a clear communication, and then take some more check-ins. 1 moment. Okay. I guess I don't have to switch over. Full quieting now. So I found my problem. I have a laptop, and unfortunately, when I plugged it in this morning upstairs, I accidentally had my power wart sitting right next to my power supply. So I think that's what that static was. If it's sounding good now, we're going to stay right here. No, give me 1 second. This is the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Saturday Barometer Net, and if you're listening, we want you to join us and check in. And if you'd like to, I know, bad word, I know. Thanks, Mark. The AIM window is a wonderful place. Thanks, John and Mark. We do appreciate it. If you'd like to join us this morning on the net, give us your call sign with your name and location. And I will get you on. Please let me know if you are mobile, short time, or in and out. We'll also get it in that correct position. And any other thing that you would like to let us know once we get you in the log, we will call you back. But check-ins for the Barometer Net, please call W8WKY. We'll get you in the log. Please let me know, short time, mobile, or in and out.
November Whiskey Sugar Bill in New London.
November 8, Mike Kilo Romeo, N8MCR, John, mobile.
November 5, Golf Lima Oscar. November 5, Golf Lima Oscar, N5GLO Bill, Oakhurst, Texas.
Kilo Echo 8, Victor Oscar X-Ray, KE8 VOX Scott, Vermilion, in and out.
November 8, Mike Whiskey Yankee, N8MWY, Don, I'm